An editorial in the New York Times recently called for a ban on pornography. The Times isn't alone in wanting a crackdown on porn, as Ellison Barber reports for us tonight.
Dangerous and negative impacts.
Ross Spano is a Republican member of the Florida House of Representatives. He's drafted a resolution to declare porn a public health risk.
We need to begin discussing, investigating, researching, talking about the impacts of pornography on our state.
He's not the first to propose something like it. At least 6 states have passed resolutions that say porn is a public health concern. The New York Times recently published a lengthy piece on porn and focused on a government-funded program in Boston that tries to teach high schoolers about healthy relationships and how to be critical consumers of porn by discussing how porn portrays things like gender, aggression, consent. But some say porn is so bad, it's time to ban it, or at least put more government in it.
It's hardcore depictions of women being raped, beaten, abused, demeaned. DOJ could easily just enforce the laws that are on the books for obscenity.
A 2017 study by the American Psychological Association surveyed 330 men, mostly white and mostly heterosexual. They found that the younger a man was when he first viewed pornography, the more likely he was to want power over women.
The days of Playboy are gone. Today, pornography is violent.
But correlation doesn't always mean causation, and some experts say it's difficult to study the impacts of porn on children. Most research is survey-based, not experimental, because it would be unethical, illegal in most places, to show porn to a minor.
The government wants to talk about porn because, they get a lot of headlines from it. Even declaring it a public health crisis, even if you do that, there's no teeth to that legislation. It's just symbolic. There's actually been a lot of studies showing that people who watch porn that are adults hold more feminist views than people who don't. Teenagers today might have more access to porn that we think is scary, but they also have more access to porn that shows healthy sexuality.
Some say porn should be a bigger discussion within the Me Too movement. In that column for the New York Times, Ross Douthat says that if society wants better men, porn needs to be regulated and restricted. He argues that the Me Too movement is incomplete if it doesn't address the fact that some teens are learning about sex from hardcore porn. Others say society should talk about it, parents should, but they don't believe the government should be involved. Mike?
Ellison Barber live here in Washington tonight. Ellison, thanks very much.